Nairobi here, and Ken Abami from Kenya.
Well, Ms. Pace Anyam Osingwe is the Chief Executive Officer and founder of AMR. Well, we'll now take a short break, but before that we go to the story on the Minister of Interior, Sheriff Gomez, who on Wednesday continued his tour of different units under his purview. The police headquarters and other security installations in the Greater Banjul area where some of the police ministers Gomez on the second tour of his visit. G. Amisise has more.
Minister of the Interior, Sheriff Gomez, Wednesday continued his tour of institutions under his purview. At the police headquarters in Banjul, Minister Gomez, in the company of Deputy Inspector General of Police, addressed a cross-section of officers after a closed-door meeting with top police officials. His point of focus has been the need for the police to prepare itself for the ever-evolving complexities and sophistication of security.
The complexities, the difficulties, the challenges have continued to evolve all the time. All the time. And it will continue, because the environment, the world in which we are continues to change. So this we need to understand, this we need to set as a mirror in front of us so that it continues to challenge us as commanders, as leaders, but also as leaders who have men and women under them to constitute the police force who are supposed to deliver to the Gambian people.
After a visit to the newly constructed Forensic Science Laboratory for the Criminal Records Unit of the police force, the minister and entourage moved to Caraba Police Station, the headquarters for Canifing Division. There, Minister Gomez emphasized the need for appropriate and up-to-date data collection for effective service delivery. The minister's tour also took him to the Koti Police, the Vigila Police Station, Bruceby Police Station, Bundung Police, PIO Canifing Station, and the mobile traffic stationers. At the various stations, Minister Gomez familiarized himself with regional commissioners, officers, commanders, and station officers. He called on the officials to be enterprising in the management of available resources. Available data, he said, should be relied upon for the designation of the right response mechanisms to security challenges. This, he went on, will be crucial in curbing crimes.
Some of the things that are coming out is that we don't have empiric data to prove the type of work that we're doing. Like I've tried to emphasize the need to understand what our area of responsibilities are, all the way to the lowest unit of service within the service, and that being a police post developing to a police station. It will be important to know within a police station, within a police post, what are the crime situation, what are the demographics in terms of crime, what is the statistics, what have been done to sort them out, so that when you have this, you will understand whether you are in control of your AOR or not.
Security, they say, is the enabler of development in this leg of the minister's tour that has been stressed throughout. It is within those parameters that Minister Gomez interacted with officials of the various institutions he visited. For GRTS News, I am Ajami Sise.
Well, you can also follow that story and other GRTS programs live on www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio live. Time now to take our first break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. President Abdoulaye Wade has been wooing voters in 3 of Senegal's regions ahead of the runoff election scheduled to take place at the end of the month. Speaking in Kaolack, the Senegalese president said he wanted to continue the development programs he started when he came to power. Opposition parties have been reacting to Wade's plea, saying it was time the incumbent gave a chance to someone else. We have more in this report.
In Kaolack, candidate Abdoulaye Wade was not able to mobilize his troops. This western region of Senegal supports Moustapha Niasse, who is not one of the 2 finalists. Niasse is calling on his supporters to vote for Wade's rival Macky Sall. At every rally, the incumbent president explains why he is seeking a 3rd term.
The work I started to undertake, the big projects in which I invested a lot of money, should not be in vain. No one can claim on television and in newspapers that they are capable of doing the same things as me.
At the headquarters of the Benno Bokk Yakaar coalition, which has just been formed to support candidate Macky Sall, the communications unit is drawing up the last strategies. Here every morning, candidate Wade's declarations are studied carefully.
If the president has no other argument other than wanting to finish these projects, which are not his, it's as if he is the only Senegalese capable of doing things the Senegalese need. I think a fatal response was given in the 1st round, and it will be repeated in the 2nd round.
10 days ahead of the presidential runoffs, the 2 camps continue combing the different regions of Senegal, looking for voters who did not cast their ballots in the 1st round. They made up nearly 40% of the voters.
Well, Tunisia is hosting a conference on tourism a year after the country's revolution. The tourism industry is yet to recover fully in the country's main towns. And in Egypt, protesters marched in Cairo demanding justice for 74 people killed in football riots last week. Actually, we would now go straight to take a look at the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
The Gambia is endowed with a wonderful landscape full of baobab trees. Like its Cape Point in Bakau, it is one of the most exotic sceneries in the world. The baobab tree is a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and resourcefulness. For the baobab tree provides good food in times of hunger, rents its bark for medications, and its sap for glue. In the Gambia, there is a company like the baobab tree, 100% African and purely Gambian in all aspects. In know-how, design, value, capital, and management. That company is Elton. Elton, employing hundreds of Gambians and proudly associating itself with development in the Gambia. Elton, side by side with the Gambia.
Good evening, wonderful viewers. Welcome to the weather segment. First, we begin with the summary followed by the forecast. We experience a dry, hot and sunny afternoon across the country. And to know what prevailed over the rest of the continent, we propose a look at the image captured at 16:30 hours, indicating the presence of convective clouds over the central and the southern part of the continent. Elsewhere indicated clear skies and stable conditions. For the forecast tonight, we'll be expecting a cool and dry atmosphere to prevail over the entire country onwards morning, whilst the day tomorrow we'll be expecting dry, hot and sunny afternoon. Light to moderate northeasterlies will follow across the country, and for the minimum temperatures, they will vary between 17 to 21 degrees Celsius tomorrow morning, and for the afternoon temperatures we'll be expecting them to vary from 37 to 42 degrees Celsius. For those going to sea, we'll be expecting a low tide of 0.58 meters at 11:47 a.m. and for the high tides we'll be expecting 1.33 meters at 6:02 a.m. and also 1.54 meters at 6:37 p.m. Wave heights will vary between 0 to 1 meter high, and they will be mainly northerly swells. The sun will rise at 7:13 and will set at 19:17. We now take a quick look at the international forecast. Thanks for the pleasure of your company, and do have a wonderful weekend.